Okay, here we go. So welcome to class. This is a yoga chair class and we are going to use a towel and a sturdy armless chair. So we're going to start seated on our chair. And I'm just gonna hold onto my towel and open it up about as wide as my shoulders. And then have a seat. Lift your towel up above your head and then exhale, pull it back. 2 more times like that. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, open up your elbows and pull it back. So try to pull the towel apart. Let's do that one more time. Go all the way up, and then exhale, pull it back. So hold it here. We'll take 5 breaths. Open up your elbows. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze them. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift all the way up. Exhale, and now we'll put the towel around our knees. So when you have it around your knees, pull the elbows in, and you're going to give it a tug. Then from here, slide it down a little bit more, round your back, and I'm gonna walk my hands a little bit closer. Then start to push down and round your back. Pull your belly button in, squeeze your chin in, drop your shoulders, and feel the stretch in your neck and in your shoulder blades. Take your right ear to the right shoulder. Continue to pull on your towel. Roll it down to the center, and then over to the left. Back to the center, and back off a little bit, and then exhale, round your back again, and tug on your towel. And we'll breathe here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift up all the way up above your head. Step your feet hips width distance apart, and then scoot your bottom to the end of the chair. Lower your towel to the shoulders, and then pull the towel over to one side. Try to keep your knees forward, and you're tugging with the back arm. Bring it in on an inhale, and then exhale, just turn the torso to the other side. Breathe into the center, exhale, pull it to the other side. So we're stretching out the shoulder as well as the low back. Inhale, center, exhale, pull. And each time try to look beyond your shoulder a little bit more. We'll do one more set. Reach to the back and center, and reach to the front and back. Inhale, take it all the way up again. Arch your spine, pull back with straight arms, and then drop your shoulders so you look like this, right? You're way up high, straight elbows, and we breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. We're gonna go back into it, and we'll add our chin to lower. Lower the chin to your chest. Keep your elbows straight. Drop your shoulders for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Wrap it around your shins. Come onto the balls of your feet, and then slide your towel down a little bit more. From here, it's pretty much the same movement of rounding the back, but it's just hopefully a little bit more intense. Inhale your breath, and then exhale, round your spine, push the upper back towards your chair, and then from here, squeeze your chin into your chest, drop the shoulders, and breathe here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step your right foot out in front of you, keep it flexed. Put your left foot flat on the floor. Take your towel, I'm at the bottom of my chair, lean your body forward, put your towel around your foot, and then you'll pull back on that towel, lift your chest, pull the belly muscles in to get a straighter spine. And make sure your towel is around the ball of your foot so that you're lifting up and pulling back so that you get into the calf. So we'll inhale, exhale the breath out, and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bend your elbows and start to lower your chest. See about getting your ribs to your left thigh. Keep tugging on your towel. Pull your elbows back and squeeze them in for 5, 4, and 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift up, switch it out. Place your right foot flat and your left foot flexed. Put your towel around the ball of your foot. Pull back, lift up. Pull back, lift up. Squeeze your belly button in. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your torso down. Try to get your rib to touch your thigh. Squeeze your elbows in and pull them back. And breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift up. And then we'll stretch both of our legs out. Flex both of your feet. And then point your toes down. So we're pointing our toes down for balance. We want them to just about touch the floor. Now, if you feel wobbly here, open your feet up a little bit wider and then sickle your feet in, turn your toes in. We're just place the towel down onto our leg and then slide the hands down the shin. Inhale, lift your back, and then exhale, bend your elbows and try to take your torso down without rounding it. Inhale, lift your breastbone, and then exhale, lower your belly. So inhale, lift your breastbone. Exhale, lower your belly. You want to keep your back straight. A few more breaths. And then grab your towel, walk your hands up your legs. And then we'll cross the right foot over the left leg. Flex your foot and then just cross it over. Good. Try to keep your right foot flexed. And set your towel down on your leg because we won't use it for this one. Place your left hand on top of your right knee and then reach back to your chair. Have an inhale breath and then exhale, push into your hand and then turn. Drop your shoulders. Start to slide your left arm down and straight and push into your forearm to get the twist. Lift your breastbone up. And then work your chin over your right shoulder. Actively press for 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and release. Step your right foot down, flex your left foot, cross it over. Start with putting your right hand on your left knee, reach to the back of your chair, lift your chest, and then turn your chin towards your left shoulder and press. As you're easing into this, now slide your right arm down and straighten through the elbow and press into the forearm. Look over your left shoulder and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Place your hands on your knees. Lift your chest, and then exhale, lower your rib cage to your thighs. Take your arms out, squeeze your fingers together, and then squeeze your shoulder blades together as well. Now, from here, we're gonna reach and then squeeze. So I'm gonna show you from the front. You're gonna reach out and then squeeze in. Reach out and squeeze in. Reach through your fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades. Reach through your fingers, squeeze your shoulder blades. Keep it up. These are gonna get progressively faster. Reach and squeeze. Reach and squeeze. Reach and squeeze. Reach and squeeze. Go a little faster. Squeeze 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and squeeze, hold. Lift all the way up, clap your hands. Lower down, squeeze. Clap your hands. Lower down, squeeze. And lift up. And squeeze the shoulder blades. We'll do 5 more. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Sweep your arms down. Lift all the way up. Arch your back. And then grab your towel. Take your towel behind your back and then try to hook it to your chair. So you take that towel right behind you. Good. From here, lean forward. Open up your feet wider than your hips, and then I'm sliding my hips back. And just start to lift the chest and then take the arms back. I have my forearms resting on the back of the chair to keep them elevated. And try your best to straighten your elbows. Lift up through your breastbone and breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and take it forward. You're lowering your chest down in between your knees. Take your arms overhead. Release your head. Release the crown of your head especially, and look through the chair, the bottom of your chair. Drop the shoulders and breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's lift our chest up and then turn towards your right and pull on the towel. So you're opening the right shoulder up. Drop your left shoulder, look up towards the ceiling and breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, center it out. Pull the towel over to your right, look to your left, and then lean over to your right a little bit. Keep pulling on that towel for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Pull your belly muscles in, lift up, and then release your towel and shake your arms. Good. I'm going to put my towel down onto the floor and then scoot to the bottom of your chair. My feet are directly in front of my knees. Make a fist, squeeze your elbows in, lean your body forward, press up and sit into your stand into your heels. Tap your seat and then lift. Tap your seat and then lift. We're picking up the pace and we have 10 more reps. Let's do it. 10, squeeze. 9, squeeze. 8, squeeze. 7, squeeze. 6, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower slowly all the way down. Lift your spine up. Lean your body forward and stand up. So we're doing these slow. We've slowed down quite a bit. And I want you to focus on lifting your spine and then distributing the weight evenly into your feet so that you stand up smoothly. So you don't have any momentum to help you stand. It's all leg strength. Try to make that muscle, bicep muscle, and squeeze them into your ribs. We have 2 more to go, and then we'll go into our one-legged drill. 1 more. Come all the way down. We'll step onto our right foot. Lift up your left foot. Lean your body forward and try to stand up. So if this is challenging to do it with 1 foot, this is what you should do. Put your tippy toes on the floor and then stand up that way. So that is the halfway mark with your tippy toes on the floor. Press down and lift up so all of your weight is in your right leg. And hopefully you'll start to really feel that right glute start to burn. 3 more. 2 more. We're gonna balance, stand up, hold it, lift your knee up as high as you can. Good, lift the arms straight up into the air for 5, 4, 3, 2, lower all the way down, guys. Bring the elbows back in. Set the left foot down, pick up the right foot. Flex your toes. Lean your body forward, use your core strength, lift up. Lower down. Lift up. And lower. So each time we do this, it can feel a little different, right? Every day is different. And the legs are different too. Sometimes we can notice that we have one leg stronger than the other, just like, you know, the difference between being right-handed or left-handed. Three more to go. Starting now. Here's number 3. Squeeze your elbows into balance. Number 2. And number 1. Hold it there. Lift your knee up. Lift the arms. And 2. And 1. Lift your chest up. And then exhale. Press back down again. This time, grab the sides of your chair and then roll your tricep muscles up and your bicep muscles down. And then hollow out your armpits. Firm up your thighs. Pull your belly muscles in. And squeeze the chair a little bit more just to start to engage that you're holding onto that chair, and unshrug your shoulders. And breathe there for 5. Breathe 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to turn our chair around. So now we have the back of our chair towards us. Okay, from here, now if the back of the chair that you're using is too high for you, then you're going to turn it back around. But otherwise, lean forward onto your chair and put your hands flat. Then step your feet together, pull your belly muscles in, and we'll lift the right foot off of the floor, toes point down. Reach it all the way up and just try to feel some alignment. Feel the alignment of the heel to the hip and the hip to the shoulder. Squeeze your belly muscles in and then lean your body weight a little bit more into your right arm. So the right foot is lifted and the right arm is the one that you're leaning your body weight into. Then come onto your left fingertips and lift your arm in the air. Extend the arm forward and now you're flying. Left arm is forward, right foot is back. Now point through your right toes, lift a little bit higher and pull your belly muscles in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower. Step onto your right foot. Lift your left foot in the air, all the way up, flex your left toes down. Lean your body weight slightly more into your left hand and squeeze your left glute. Then from here, come onto the right fingertips, squeeze your belly muscles in too. Lift the right arm in the air, reach, 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 unshrug your shoulders, then point your left toes and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Moving on to the other side again. Right toes lift, flex your foot. So we want to flex our foot because I want you to get the balance in your hips. Sometimes when we lift one leg up, the same hip will want to lift. So point your right toes down, point the right hip down as well. Lean your body weight slightly into your right arm and practice lifting up your left arm again. Now, start to notice your left leg, which is your standing leg, and press down into your foot. Make sure your knee is straight but not locked. And then come onto your right fingertips. We're going to try to balance here. So you're on your right fingertips. Now point through your right toe. And our next step is to lift the right arm off of the chair and in the air. And we breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, right hand down to the chair, left hand down to the chair, right foot down. How'd you guys do on that? Step onto the right foot, and then lift your left foot into the air. Put a little bit more of your body weight into your left arm. Point your left hip down. Point your left toes. Good. So now your left leg, which is your flying leg, the thigh is tight, your hip bone is down. Then come onto your right fingertips. From here, lift your right arm up. Squeeze your fingers together, and then start to balance even more on your standing leg. So that standing leg is going to hold all of your body weight. Reach through the back leg, reach through the front arm, come onto the fingertips. You got this, guys. Steady does it. Lift it up and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and left hand down, right hand down, and the foot. Good. So collapse over your chair. I'm gonna walk in so that my chair is right here into my hip, and then just forward fold. So if you don't have a chair that can work like this is just a metal folding chair. You know, you can use even a backless chair and just fold onto your bench. Lift your head and press your arms up again. So now we'll turn our chair back around, and then we'll step our right foot up. Lower your left knee towards the floor. I have my foot on the base of the chair, and then my left knee is bent. Pull back on your chair, and we want to stretch the left hip flexor. Lift up your chest, lower your knee. Lift up your chest, lower your knee. And if you're not feeling much, what you can do is walk your back foot back a little bit and then sink down a little bit more. And if you don't have a chair like this with the back, you'll be on a bench and your foot is up, and then you put your hands on your knee. And what I'm doing here, if I didn't have my chair, I would pull my shin. I would be squeezing it into my waist and lowering down. We'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lean your body forward. Let's turn our right toes out. Turn your right toes out, and then bend your left knee again. Put your left hand onto your chair, and your right hand is on the back of the chair. Lower your knee down to the floor, and then lift your chest up. And breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten out your leg. And then we'll lunge forward into what's called lizard lunge. So it's called lizard lunge because we're turning our front toes out. Put both of your hands down onto the chair, straight elbows, and then walk your back leg back even more. Firm up your thigh. Come onto the ball of your foot and sink it down. You're gonna pulse it here for 5 pulses. Pulse for 4, keep the knee straight. Pulse for 3, for 2, and now we add a twist. Left hand is down, pick up your right arm, your inner arm, and twist and hold it here, guys, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it on down. Let's lift our hips, and then we'll take the right foot down. Pick up your left foot, put it on the chair, and we'll bend the right knee. Lower the right knee down, hold on to the back of the chair, and then lean back like a water skier. Lift up your chest, drop your shoulders, and breathe for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lean your body forward, back away a little bit, turn your left toes out into lizard, and then lower the right knee again. Lift up your chest and breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lean your body forward. Wiggle your right foot back. Try to straighten your knee and firm up your thigh. And then lift your chest again, and we're going to add some dynamic movement. You'll lift up a little bit and then exhale, lower. Lift up, exhale, lower. 3 more. 2 more. And now we go into our lizard twist. Right hand is down. And then that inner arm, left hand, twist up. Reach, reach, reach. Find that deep twist for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower it on down. We're gonna hop the back foot in, and then we'll turn the chair around. Okay, step your right foot forward, and I'm stepping my foot forward underneath my chair. Step the left foot back and turn the toes in slightly in and flat for pyramid pose. Your right hand will karate chop your right hip and pull it back. And then notice how your chest here can lower down to the top of your chair. No worries if you don't have a chair like this. Again, you're just working your alignment. You can turn your chair around if you don't have a back that's low enough. And then put your hands down onto your chair or your bench. Keep your legs firm. Pull the right hip back. Point the left hip forward. Inhale your breath and then exhale. Now, if you have a light metal chair like I'm using, what I'm going to do is make a wheelie with it, and I'm going to put the back of the chair into my hip crease. So see how I did that? It was straight, and then I moved it and it went into my hip crease. That's going to help me pull the right hip back. Then I'll walk my hands down the chair, and you can lower the crown of your head. Inhale your breath and exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your chair down and lift up. Bend your knees to relax and then lift up again. So again, pop a wheelie with your chair. Lean your body forward and then extend your right arm. Squeeze your fingers together. Again, you can do this without a chair, but if you do have a chair, it really is helpful. Then you're going to press down into your right hand. Left hand will go to the left hip, and I'm going to open up and walk my left foot out a little bit more. So I'm moving into triangle pose with this chair. And I have the engagement in my top arm, pressing down. My legs are firm, and then I open up the top chest, lift up the arm, lift up, and breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, lower your chair, bend your knee, and then I'm going to turn around so that you can see it on side 2. Step your left foot forward and your right foot flat. So we're going to start with pyramid pose. Inhale your breath, lift up. And then exhale, you lower down. Place your hands on the base of your chair. So here's our step 1. Breathe in, engage your legs, exhale, hold it here. And then we're gonna start to pop a wheelie with our chair. Bringing the top of the chair into my hip crease, my left hip pulls back, and then walk my hands down the chair. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, squeeze your thigh muscles for 5. Pull the left hip back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your chair down, lift up, bend your knees, and we'll go into our triangle pose. So I'll draw the chair closer. I'm gonna walk my back foot out a little bit. Make a wheelie with your chair, bring it into the crease. Send your top hip back, and then squeeze your fingers and place your forearm on the chair. Hand comes up. We start to press down into our front arm. Firm up your thighs. Lift up, and then extend the arm. Feel that reach. Squeeze the belly muscles in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Look down. Reach for your chair, bend your knees, and then we'll turn our chair so that we can sit down on it with our left foot. So sit down with your left leg, rather. You're gonna come into a lunge with your left leg forward. high on the back toes. Turn your shoulders towards the side and then press into your legs and lift up. So I'm using the chair to line up my front knee, but I'm not sitting on the chair. Wiggle the back foot back even more and point your right hip forward. Then inhale, lift your arms up. And we'll sink down into this lunge and breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower your hands. Now have a seat. So I just went from actively rising to lowering my left leg to the chair. What I want you to try to do is we're going to go into a twist on this. Put your hand on the base of the chair and start to lift your chest and turn your left shoulder. So the left shoulder is the one you can't see right now on me. We're going to turn and hold on to the back of the chair, lean your body forward, grab that chair, and start to twist. But to do that, you lift your chest and then you twist on the belly squeeze. So you start to squeeze the belly in, and you can use your right elbow to hook onto your left thigh and to help you twist. So this pose, if we didn't have a chair, we would be pressing our hands together in prayer twist. One more breath, and then look down and lift up. Spin your back heel down and flat for warrior one pose. Firm up your back thigh. Square your shoulders towards the side of your room. Lift up. Left arm up. And we'll breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Warrior two. Open up to your warrior two for 5, 4, 3, 2. And flip your palm. Reverse your warrior. Reach back. Slide your right hand down. And then try to look up at your fingers as you spiral your top chest open for 5, 4, 3, 2, and back to your warrior two pose. Have a seat, and then bring your left, or you're gonna bend your left elbow and lower down. So, I might be saying this is my left, but in the camera, it might be your right. So just follow along with me either way. Hold on with your bottom arm, pull towards yourself. And I have my elbow on the chair. I'm gonna start to lift up and then twist. So if you find that your torso can lower a little bit, then you're going to release your elbow down completely from the chair and just continue to pull back on that chair. The top arm reaches over and you spiral your top chest open. Breathe here for 5. Keep your back leg straight and firm for 4, for 3, 2, and lift all the way up. Press your hands into your chair, and we'll go on to side 2. Extend back into lunge. The back heel is lifted. 90-degree angle with your front knee. Square your shoulders, lift your arms up, and we sink and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your thigh down onto your seat, and we'll hold on to the back of the chair to twist. So pull and gently twist. Inhale your breath, lower your elbow to hook onto your thigh, and then lift your chest, squeeze your belly muscles in, unshrug your shoulders, and twist for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift on up, warrior one. Spin your back heel down and flat. Square your shoulders towards the side room. Lift your arms up. Sink down into this warrior pose for 5, 4, 3, 2. Open up, warrior two. Reach back, reach forward, sink down low for 5, 4, 3, 2. Flip your warrior, slide your back arm all the way down, and then find that you can sink a little bit more, that it's safe. You're on the chair. You can actually feel that chair underneath you. 3 more breaths, 2, And 1. Now sit down on your chair. Bring your elbow in front of your front leg. Hold onto your chair. And then we'll lower the torso and go into a side angle pose. Lift your top arm, reach it overhead. Firm up your back thigh. And then you're pulling the chair towards you to help you open up the left chest. It might be your right chest though. Lift it up and twist. 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Come all the way up. Scoot to the end of your chair. We'll stretch our shoulder again. Inhale, lift. Feel the twist in your low back. Okay, we're going to go down to the floor, and these next stretches are for your hips and for your upper back. So you'll come all the way down to the floor on your knees, and I'm going to put my chair to the very back of my mat. Sit on your heels and then scoot your bottom towards the chair. The bottom of the chair will go into your shoulder blades. So start to lean on back, and then interlace your hands behind your head, wing your elbows out. And then if you're not feeling it quite where you want, like I need to scoot my knees forward a little bit, then just scoot your knees forward and lean back that way. And if, of course, an alternative, if this isn't working out for you at home, this is what you'll do. You'll just sit up and you'll lean your head back into your hands. Deep breaths here. And then lift your head up and then sit all the way up. Okay, come onto your left knee and then bring your right foot forward. Keep your back foot tucked. And then I want you to walk your right foot kind of with your toes. You're going to inch your way forward so that your knee is behind your ankle. Then lift up and press into your thigh. Shoulders unshrug. We're going to take about 5 counts for these as well, because we're going to be lifting up our arms eventually and stretching not just the hips, but also the upper back. 2 more breaths. And release the arms. Now bring your palms together, squeeze your elbows in, point your fingers up towards the sky as if they're fins. Lift up, up, up. Point the elbows up, and then extend the arms. So this is our first time doing this in this routine. So we'll have time to get a little bit deeper, but just to get the feeling of it, because in the beginning, especially in the morning hours, sometimes the body can feel like it's not ready to open. So this is our first round. Inhale your breath, and then exhale, release your breath. Good. Now, bring your hips back and straighten your front leg. Hold on to your chair. Okay, so I want you to straighten your front leg and point your toes down. So that is how far forward your foot should be. Now, turn your toes out and then lean forward. So your legs are going to look like a lizard lunge. And then hold onto your chair, turn your fingers back, and sink down into the hips. Chest is opening, and breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Press into the front foot and back off. And exhale, sink into it one more time. Lift the breastbone, walk the fingers back on the chair. Helps to keep your shoulders in line for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go on to side 2. If you need a cushion under your knee, go ahead and grab it. Left foot forward. Bring your hands down. Then lift up your hands, put them on your thigh. Sink down. Lift your chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, back off. And then bring your palms together, your elbows together, sink down, lift and point your elbows up, and then extend the arms here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower down. Back off again. Hold on to your chair. Walk your left foot forward and point your toes. Then turn your toes out and lower down into that lizard lunge. But keep your hands on the back of the chair. Sink down, sink down, sink down. Lift up through the chest. Lift your chin for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back off. Inhale, breath. Sink back into it again. Walk your hands back. Open up your chest. Lift your chin for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back off and switch it out again. I'm putting my right foot in front. Take the back toes and put them flat. Stretch your right foot in front. Point through your toes. And then turn your toes out and sink down into this lunge. So I just want you to be far enough away from the chair so that your elbows are straight. Sink down, sink down, sink down. Okay, now release your hands. Press your palms together and squeeze your elbows together as well. Look up, lift your elbows, lift your elbows, lift your elbows. Keep them squeezing, squeezing. Now, reach the fingers back. Keep the palms pressing together. Reach back, reach back. It's not important if you touch your chair or even see it. Lift up for 5, reach back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. How you guys doing? Reach back for your chair. Push into your front foot and switch it out. Extend your left leg straight, point your toe, and then turn your toe out. Start to lower down so that your arms are straight. Good. So bring your hands together, elbows together. Our first step is to lift the elbows up. Find that upper body arch, and then extend your fingers back towards the chair. Keep lifting up through the breastbone and stretch here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down, all the way down to child's pose. Take a deep breath. Exhale, lower your head. Take 3 breaths here. Good, we're almost done. Lift your head and then tuck your toes. Lift your head, stand up on your knees and tuck your toes. Then you're gonna walk back, scoot your bottom back so that you touch your chair. Your knees are hip width distance apart. And then press your hips forward. Hands are turned out on your chair. And then we'll reach back and try to grab another part of the chair. So I'm grabbing the back of my chair. And then I'm sliding my hands down. Lift your chest, press your hips forward. And chin lifts up towards the ceiling in the supported camel pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands to the chair, lift up, and then turn around towards your chair. Sit down on your heels and round your back. Head down. Lift your head up. And then we'll extend our left foot forward. So let's all do the left foot. Flex your left foot and put it underneath the chair. And then I'm going to slide my left foot forward. If your chair has a little bar in the back, you can touch the bar with your toes. Otherwise, just keep your foot flexed. Then lean your body forward. Help yourself walk that knee back. So we are in a half split position. Then bring your hands back up to your chair. Press your forearms down into it. Square out your hips, left hip back, right hip forward. And I'm gonna press down with my hands, lift my chest, and then from the hip, fold forward. So it's not something that you can really see at this point, but it's something you could feel. My left hip is drawing back, and then my lower belly is pressing towards the thigh. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press into your hands, lift up, hold the body up, and breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hands all the way down to the floor, and we'll exchange our feet. So I'm going to put my right foot in front, and I'll walk it all the way under so that I'm touching the bar, or just so that it is under the chair, and then you're flexing. Then release your hands down and walk your back knee back. Come on up, put your forearms on your chair. Pull that front hip, the right hip, you're going to pull it back. Lift your chest and then exhale, forward fold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press down into your chair to lift your torso. Some of you might even be in full splits. Lift your torso up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press into your chair to pull away. Take your left foot in front and toe heel your left foot over to the right. Pigeon pose. Lower your left knee down to the floor, and I'm going to actually sit onto my left hip. So I'm sitting on my left hip, the foot is flexed, and I'm going to put my toes around the inside of the chair, okay? So then from here, my toes are on the inside of the chair, and if you have the flexibility to have your knee touching the opposite chair, that's just a good way to see if your knee is straight. Then press into the chair, lift your spine up, and then walk your right foot back, your back foot. Then I'm going to turn over my opposite shoulder and see if I can see my toes. If you can't see your toes, try to walk them in a little bit more. And then turn back around, take your inhale breath, and then exhale, fold forward. So depending on your flexibility, that will depend on how you have your chair. I'm going to slide my chair forward, lower the head, and we're here for 5 breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And then continue to breathe through the nose. Lift your head, place your hands flat on the floor, or they might even be on the chair. And then our next step is to twist our body towards the open side. So this right here is my left foot. It's open, and I'm going to turn my shoulders to look back at my right foot. And as I do that, I'm sinking into my hip. Three more, 2 more, and 1 more. Turn your body back towards the front. Press down into the floor or the chair, and we'll bring our opposite foot in front. So I'm working with my right foot now. I'm going to come down to the right hip, flex the toes, line up my shin with the front there. And then we'll lift our head. If your chair is far away from you, bring it towards you. And then we'll twist towards the open side. So my open side is my left. I'm going to press down into my chair and then look towards my left foot. And breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit down onto your hip and extend your feet forward. Flex your toes, lift your chest, and then lower your body forward into a forward fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, grab your towel. Place your towel around the balls of your feet. I'm gonna scoot back away from my chair. Then lift your spine up, squeeze your elbows in, and lower your torso down. So again, we're not focusing on getting our head down. It's about finding that the crease here and allowing for the hamstrings to stretch, because the more open your hamstrings are, then your back will, your torso will go down lower. But if we're rounding, it's more of like forcing it to happen. So let the body, the belly be the first connection to your thighs, and then your ribs, and then your chest. Inhale, back off, and then exhale, fold again. Inhale, back off, and exhale, fold again. And then inhale, back off. Exhale, bring the soles of the feet together. Hold on to the ankles and press the knees out. And then lift up your body. We're gonna scoot our bottoms towards the chair. Put your feet on top of the chair for supported bridge pose. The feet and the calves go right on top. And then scoot forward so that you can grab the bottom of your chair. If you don't have a chair, again, like this, your hands are gonna go flat on the floor. Then press your heels into your chair, lift your bottom up, and then walk your shoulders underneath you. And your feet can go onto the chair, onto the sides of the chair. But once you're in this pose, look at the ceiling. Try not to look side to side. Walk your shoulders underneath, pick up your hips, squeeze your glutes, and breathe here. For those of you who have a shoulder stand practice at home, you can start to move into your shoulder stand. You'll walk the shoulders under even more, and then you'll bring your hands to the lower back. And then you can use the chair to help you step up. Reach up through your toes. A few more breaths. So just for those of you who are up in shoulder stand, lower your toes overhead into plow. For those of you who are in bridge, come down to your calves. You're gonna lower your back down to the floor. And now everybody, you meet together. Those of you who are in plow, lower down, bring the calves to the chair. And then just let your knees open. Open up your palms towards the ceiling. Take an inhale breath with me, exhale a breath out. And we'll just rest for a few moments before concluding class. And as you inhale, lift your arms overhead. Reach through your fingers. And exhale, release the shoulders down. Roll onto your right side. Pause there. And then pick your body up. Take an inhale breath, lift your shoulders to your ears, roll them back and down, and then we'll loosen up our neck. Ears go side to side, and then chin goes down and lifts up. Come back to neutral and then turn your chin side to side. And back to center. Interlace the hands, press them forward. Lift all the way up. And then exhale. We are done. Thanks for joining today, everybody.